Blessed love. Greetings in the name of the Most High Power, the true God of the heavens and of the earth, the true God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I am that I am, was translated into the ancient Phoenician Hebrew as Ahaya, Asha, Ahaya. And that's Phoenician Hebrew, as I should say. I want to give thanks. Today I want to touch on a few topics. Today I want to talk to the brothers from the Hebrew Israelite community, the ones who have just found out the truth that we are the true Hebrew, we are the true Israelites that the Bible speak of. I just want to give you guys a word of encouragement. I remember when a lot of us just found the truth. And we wake up every day dropping scriptures, posting videos, trying to wake our people up. And in the same process of doing that, a lot of us, even myself, we would see what the Christian church was doing wrong. And we would get up and point our fingers at the Christians and the pastors and telling them what they're doing wrong and how they're breaking the laws and all this stuff. And we got pumped up, and many of us went to the water, quoting scriptures every day. And it's a good feeling when one find out and they're the true children of Israel. But then as time start to go by, and I see a lot of the brothers, mainly the brothers, to be honest, I see the brothers, they taking their time and slightly going back into the world. I see brothers posting videos with curse words. I see brothers posting up curse words. I see brother posting videos with a whole bunch of profanities in it and stuff like that. And I'm like, we used to point our fingers at the Christians when the Christians do all these wrong stuff, but I find ourselves that we're falling right back into the same trap. Brothers and sisters are getting weak. And it's very discouraging, especially because a lot of us who make videos and put posts on the internet, on Facebook and such, we have people in there, who actually watch our pages, read our stuff, and are being inspired by what we're saying. And then to see us fall back into the world like this, we have to be careful, because to be honest, brothers, I see some brothers from the Hebrew community are posting up some stuff that I don't even see Christians post them. As much as we say Christians are brainwashed by the Romans, which they are, but I don't see them posting up profanity. I think they're keeping it together. So my video is not to tear brothers down, for brothers to feel bad. I'm just saying one should just try the best to remain in that spirit that they were in first, when they just came into the truth. And how do we do this? Because sometimes, because we feel like we've watched enough videos and watched enough class and we have a full understanding, we feel like we can do it by ourselves. So now we go off by ourselves and try to, say, okay, I got enough. Like I say, it's a sense of being pumped up, being puffed up. I know we feel like we don't need no more teachers. And then by doing that, sometimes we fall back into the world. We have to stay grounded by being around brothers that want to do good, or sisters that want to do good. Keep listening to the classes. There's a lot of classes online, a lot of live videos, and there's a lot of conference call that people can get themselves into. Stay tuned in those and keep yourself grounded, because once we go back out there into the world and start to be among certain people, we intend to fall. And a lot of us still today, we're not fully, we're not strong enough yet. We haven't got to that point where we're dead to sin. We haven't gotten there yet. So by putting ourselves around people who are not in the truth, because like I said, a lot of brothers they think they're ready, but you're really not ready, because you will fall into temptation. Because myself, if I don't stand strong and keep reminding myself every day by watching the videos and reading the scriptures, it's a possibility I will fall. And I'm trying to be strong. And even if the brothers and sisters fall, it's okay. It's not really okay, but pick yourself up back. But I'm just saying, just keep it clean and keep it pure. Because on your page that you are there, on your page that you stay to correct people, and then you come on your same page a few months after that and putting up profanity and all these negative stuff on your page, it doesn't look good on you. And this is not a look good thing. It's just righteousness. You can't point fingers at somebody if you're leaving an open door for someone to point back at you. We should be getting better and better every day at this. Just like trade, like I always tell people, if you go to school to learn a skill, a trade, or whatever it is, you know, as the time go by, you start learning. You don't need to be training every day. So for us to be in the truth 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years, 6 years, it's only supposed to get better, not get worse. So I'm just saying to my Hebrew brothers and to my Hebrew sisters, keep it spiritually, keep it righteous like the way you was trying to keep it when you just came into the truth. That burning spiritual fire, righteousness that you had inside your soul. Keep it up and don't fall off. And be strong, because as the day go by, we're getting one day closer and closer and closer to the fulfillment of the Bible, of prophecy. So be strong. And if we can't keep it together now, how will we be able to keep it, sustain ourselves righteously during the time of temptation, when Jacob's trouble is at hand to its fullest extent? How will we be able to survive? So I just say, just be strong and keep waking people up, bringing back, you know, our brothers and our sisters back to the truth, you know. Shalom on that. Now I want to move on again back to my Rastafari brothers and sisters, especially in Jamaica, where I realize this truth has not reached them as yet. So they're still grabbing for truth and being deceived by many people, you know, like Muta Baruch and a couple other people who are, you know, deceiving our people on a full extent. Because, like I tell people, in order to catch a fish, you have to use a bait. And what most people will do as a bait, they will come and they will speak righteously truth of oneself, especially us people who they call African people from Jamaica. They will speak a lot of truth about the history and what's going on, and you feel to some extent that this man really is for our best interest and he's really here to help, so whatever he say must be true. But sometimes no. The reason why I'm gonna say this, you know, I see a lot of my brothers and sisters, they, you know, find the truth, and the videos that I see them posting up, I can say, okay, they are the early stage of understanding. But at the same time, don't be carried off away into deception, because a lot of the videos that I see them putting up, like the Pan-African videos, knowing thyself, and they put up videos of the truth of who we were and what we were doing. It's true. But when you dig and go deeper and deeper and deeper, I see them evolve from that research with a thought of saying that there is no God, there is no creator. I've seen so many of them that went into that same eye-opening historical teaching that's been given to them on YouTube, which lead them into deception. And I'm just saying, fall not for a lie. You know, you can't search one side of the story to find the truth. You have to search both sides to get a full understanding of the truth, right? And I'm glad I touched this topic, because I wanted to say this. If I say I'm an Israelite, and I said my nationality is not from the doesn't originate from in West Africa, like Sierra Leone, where they say my ancestors were brought from, to Jamaica and other places. If I say I'm an Israelite, does that mean I'm separating myself from my brother genetically? No. My African brothers and sisters? No. It's just saying that I'm pointing to my nationality, of who my forefathers were and which land were given to them, where we lived before thou went into slavery, right? Just like how a Nigerian can say, oh, I'm Nigerian from Yoruba or Igbo tribe. Or just like another person can say, oh, I'm from Pakistan, or forefather. You know, it's just knowing oneself. You know, I've stated before that the Africans are the original man of this planet. The African man and the African woman, the original African man, the original African woman, the untainted blood, are and is the original of the earth. Am I separating myself from that bloodline? No, I'm not. I'm just saying, through history, through research, through reading the Bible, through understanding and through reality and facts, it is proven that Deuteronomy 28 told us about the blessings and the curse of God's chosen people, the Israelite. And by me reading the scriptures and seeing this, then it fits my people, you know? There's many other curses in the Bible that fits many other nations, but this one curse in Deuteronomy and in Isaiah and in Daniel and in Revelation, it fits my people, our people. And that's the reason why I say I am an Israelite. You know, it's not to separate ourselves, because you wouldn't say that all Indians came from India. You know, you wouldn't say that. You know, we have Indians in Pakistan and all over these other places in the world. So they want us to think that once you're black, you know, you are an African. And nothing is wrong with being an African, but that's not true. You know, it's not because you're black mean you're African, because, you know, my history book, which is the Bible, tell us that when the Tower of Babel was being constructed by all nations, the Most High came and separated us and put us back into our rightful land. Because before the flood, certain parts of the earth were already occupied by people. And when after the flood and the repopulating of the planet, they were supposed to go back to their original land, because God recreated all the nations that were here before the flood. He recreated them back after the flood through Noah and his 12 sons, and to his 3 sons and their 3 wives. And he brought back all nations into the earth. And all the nations were supposed to go back into their original land, which they were told by Noah. And they refused not to. Just like in Genesis it says, come let us build a city for ourselves before we get scattered to the 4 corners of the earth. So these nations did not want to go back into their original land. So when we started to construct the tower, trying to go outer space, we were trying to travel to outer space, just like men are doing today. But back then I think it was more of a portal that they were trying to go outer space with. And when the Father separated us by tongues into 72 nations, we were placed into our land. You know what I'm saying? And then we remember that Israel was given to Isaac, Jacob, and Abraham. It was passed on from one father to the son to the next son, that Israel should be the land. And there was a group of black people that were living in Israel and who exiled into West Africa during the time of 70 AD, during the time when the Romans invade Jerusalem. And these people, Benjamin, Levi, and Judah, which dwell into West Africa, around the Atlas mountain, you know, we were sold into slavery, as far as we were told in Jamaica that we were sold by the Africans, which are in the Bible, it's called the Canaanites, you know. And that's what's been told, that we were sold by our family, our brothers and cousins, you know, from Ham, you know, because we're from Shem, and our brothers and sisters in Africa are from Ham, and they sold us into slavery. And when we read Deuteronomy 28, the whole chapter from the beginning to the end, from the blessings and the curse, this is what it tells you that would happen to us. So now when we look and we see that they definitely came to a certain part of Africa, West Africa, to get the slaves, and then we understand that our forefathers, when we exiled from Israel, we went into West Africa, and when we was in West Africa, we were sold into the West, to slave to the Khazars, and to the Romans, and back again by the Ishmaelites. So when we identify ourselves today and we say that we are Israel, it's not that we're just trying to separate ourselves from our brothers and our sisters and cousins in Africa. Especially me, I'm not. If there's anybody out there trying to discriminate and disrespect African, then that's not a part of my teaching. You know? I see every man and every woman as my brother and as my sister. It doesn't matter which race you are. Because according to the Bible, if we go by what the Bible says, it says all people came through Ham, Shem, and Japheth. You know, so I see all people as my brother and sister. And then again, when you even look at Esau, the Bible says Esau and Jacob came into the earth from the same woman's womb and from the same man's seed. So we're all brothers and sisters. So I'm not here to discriminate against anyone, but the truth must be told. You know, like I said, just like how everybody else can point out their finger and say, this is my nationality, this is where we come from, our forefathers were here. It's just good to know oneself. And if black people ruled Ethiopia and black people ruled Egypt What's wrong with black people ruling Israel in the ancient days? So I say shalom, blessings be unto all. May the Most High power, I am that I am, Ahaya, Asha, Ahaya, blessings be upon all nations. Shalom.